Okay.
Okay.
Now the people on Zoom can hear the piano.
Oh, that helps. We started with Hashivenu? No?
So we're going to begin our service actually singing Hashivenu, the melody you just heard. So, Hashivenu, page 104. 104. Inu Adonai Elecha v'nashuva Chadesh, Chadesh, Yameinu kekedem. Hashivenu, Hashivenu, Adonai Elecha
Last sliver of the moon, the waning crescent, small and slender, glowing in the east at the end of the journey. A curve of silver, barely there, that fades away with the dawn. Faintest light the eye can discern, like the soul within me, barely there, waning and weary as the year winds down. At the end of the journey, the old moon flickers out, and darkness awaits the new. Now, in the stillness, we can feel it being born. Remind us the horizon will be bright again. The waxing crescent will rise. Heal our hearts. Gather us in from the darkness. Restore the light within us. The psalmist sang, "At midnight I rise to give thanks and praise." And so we come to this hour of Selichot, under the canopy of night, to celebrate goodness, to proclaim what is right and true, to praise, to thank, to bless the great giver who gives and renews our lives. We turn to loved ones, to friends, and to our people everywhere, the whole house of Israel. And our hearts turn toward the human family. We pray for its healing. Yet hardest of all is the inward gaze, the return to ourself, the honest reckoning of the soul, cheshbon hanefesh. We ask how to account for selfish acts, lies, and senseless anger. How to account for the shadows, the storms, the bitterness in our lives, the damage and distress we cause. How to own up to it all and find our way back with integrity, in peace. We ask, have we the will to change? And if not now, when?
Chafetz Chaim,
אוהב ימים לראותו, ניצול לשונך מרע, ושפתיך מדבר מרמה. סור מרע ועשה טוב, בקש שלום ברודפהו. מי האיש החפץ חיים, אוהב ימים לראותו, ניצול לשונך מרע, ושפתיך מדבר מרמה. סור מרע ועשה טוב, בקש שלום ברודפהו. פיתחו לי שערי צדק, אבוא ומודיה. פיתחו לי שערי צדק, אבוא ומודיה. זה השער אדוני, צדיקים יבואו בו. זה השער אדוני, צדיקים יבואו בו.
White butterflies with single black fingerprint eyes on their wings dart and settle, eddy and mate over the green tangle of vines in Labor Day morning steam. The year grinds into ripeness and rot, grapes darkening, pears yellowing, the first Virginia creeper twining crimson, the grasses dry straw to burn. The new year rises, beckoning across the umbrellas on the sand. I begin to reconsider my life. What is the yield of my impatience? What is the fruit of my resolve? I turn from my frantic white dance over the jungle of productivity, and slowly a nigun slides cold water down my throat. I rest on a leaf spotted red. Now is the time to let the mind search backwards like the raven loosed to see what can feed us. Now the time to cast the mind forward to chart an aerial map of the months. The new year is a great door that stands across the evening, and Yom Kippur is the second door. Between them are song and silence, stone and clay pot, to be filled from within myself. I will find there both ripeness and rot, what I have done and undone, what I must let go with the waning days, and what I must take in. With the last tomatoes, we harvest the fruit of our lives. We take a moment, looking at the words on page 110, for personal quiet reflection.
Shomer, shomer Yisrael, shemor sherid Yisrael. Shomer, shomer Yisrael, shemor sherid Yisrael. Ve'al yovad Ve'ayovad Yisrael, Ve'ayovad Yisrael, Haomrim Shema Yisrael, Shomer Goy Echad, Shemor Sheritam Echad, Shomer Goy Echad, Shemor Sheritam Echad, Ve'ayovad Goy Echad, Ve'ayovad Goy Echad, Hamiachadim Shimecha, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad, Hamiachadim Shimecha, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
A ship cannot make its way through the seas without a compass, and we cannot make our way through life without being asked at the turn of each and every year, Ayeka, where are you? That question and our answer create the moral agenda for our work in the year ahead. If I do not focus on the purpose, what is the point of my life? Master of wonders, mother of souls, forgive the darkness in our hearts, our loss of hope. Pardon our distraction, our ears closed to the pleas of the poor, and lead us to atonement. Master of wonders, mother of souls, forgive us our circles of secrecy, knots of guilt, shame, and anger, webs of betrayal and greed. Pardon the pursuit of happiness that ends in worship of self, and lead us to atonement. Master of wonders, mother of souls, refuse to forgive our refusal to forgive. Release our grudges, hatreds, and feuds. Puncture our stubborn self-righteousness, and lead us to atonement. Master of wonders, mother of souls, forgive our vanity in a universe of awe, our complacency in a universe of need. Pardon our failure to thank, praise, and salute every soul and every star, and lead us to atonement. Master of wonders, mother of souls, forgive us our disregard and insolence, our distance from loved ones and friends. Pardon our daily inattentiveness, our failure to notice that we fail to notice, and lead us to atonement.
So we continue on page 115.
Kerachem al banim, Recham Adonai al yeream, Ki chigvo hashamayim al haaretz, Davar chasto al yeream, Kerachem al banim, Recham Adonai al yeream, Ki chigvo hashamayim al haaretz, Gavar chasto al yeream.
Forgive me, my God, for I spilled my life like unclean water upon the earth. Forgive me for all my wounds I caused with my own hands, and yet, sobbing like a beaten child, I cried out to you, that you, my God, might bandage them.
Ki anu amecha ve'ata Eloheinu, anu vanecha ve'ata avinu, anu avanecha ve'ata adonenu, anu kehalecha ve'ata chelkenu, anu nachalatecha ve'ata goralenu, אנו צונך ואתה רואינו, אנו חרמך ואתה נותרנו, אנו פעולתך ואתה יוצרנו, אנו רעייתך ואתה דודנו, אנו סגולתך ואתה קרובנו, אנו עמך ואתה מלכנו, אנו מאמירך ואתה מאמירנו.
Page 119. Notice the river at break of dawn, a braid of streams, creeks, and brooks, a dance of insects near the shore. Notice how brackish where the river meets the sea, how with grace the river hugs the shore, fierce in its rising, fiercer when it falls. Notice it all, how it bends, how it tells the time of year, and how smooth the boulders are that guide its course. Notice the Holy One in blessing and in beauty, in acts of repair, in the unearthing of truth, in eyes that meet in the tumult of change, in words of forgiveness, in the bridges we build to those we hurt, in the flow of a year, in the course of a journey, in rising and falling, in the bend of a river, in the hand we hold out to those who hurt us, in the life we are living, in blessing and in beauty. Though your sins are like scarlet, they shall turn white as snow. We turn now to the changing of our Torah mantles in a moment. In a moment. I invite you to please rise. We rise now to honor them, our elders from whom we have learned stories and lessons, with whom we have studied and worshiped and celebrated the passages of life and time. Our elders who have taught us goodness, honesty, and the sanctity of life, whose mantles are woven with threads of memory, embroidered with silver and gold, majestic folds of silk and velvet, in royal hues befitting their rank, as brilliant as the sun. We rise now to honor them, as they put aside these everyday mantles of splendor and don their sacred garments, the vestments of purity and holiness, befitting the days of awe so soon approaching. Each in its turn is fitted with wimple, mantle, and crowns, each more stunning than the last. Majestic folds of velvet and silk to clothe the holy words, a canvas of purest white, as brilliant as the moon. The holy season has now begun, and the elders in their yontif clothes stand proud and tall before us, beacons of wisdom and light, reminders of the holiness we seek on this new day in Elul. We invite those who are helping to come join us.
Kerachema al-banim, Recham Adonai al-Yeream, Ki chigvo hashamayim al haaretz, Gavar chasdo al-Yeream, Kerachema al-banim, Recham Adonai al-Yeream, ויכל הארץ גבר חסדו על ירח
The Torah of the Eternal is perfect, renewing the soul. The testimony of the Eternal is enduring, making the simple wise. The precepts of the Eternal are just, rejoicing the heart. The instruction of the Eternal is lucid, giving light to the eyes. A precious teaching I have given you, my Torah, do not forsake it. A tree of life to those who hold it fast. All who embrace it know happiness. Its ways are ways of pleasantness, and all its paths are peace.
Hashivenu, Hashivenu, Adonai Elecha, Venashuva, Venashuva. Yameinu keke
We continue on page 124. Soul of eternity, my strength, my song, where will I find you? Your place is a mystery far away, but where will I not find you? Your glory fills the world. I sought your nearness, I called you with all my heart, and when I went out to find you, I found you coming toward me. Breathless, I witnessed your power, and in holiness I gazed.
As we continue on page 126 with this Sephardic poem.
Adon haslichot bochen levavot kol amukot dover tzedakot chatanu lefanecha rachem aleinu chatanu lefanecha rachem aleinu hadur beniflaot vatik benechamot zocher berit avot choker kelayot chatanu lefanecha rachem aleinu chatanu lefanecha rachem aleinu tov umetiv labriot yodea kol nistarot kovesh avonot lovesh tzedakot chatanu lefanecha rachem aleinu chatanu lefanecha rachem aleinu.
As the days of awe near, we reach for the infinite. Mindful of our frailty, we seek the holy. Despite our mortality, we carry within us the Ancient of Days. Despite loneliness within, we sense that we belong to a single soul, a spirit that fills the entire universe. Let us find in that universal spirit a new source of strength and significance, more compassion, more generosity, more gratitude for life. Let our hearts be open to self-reckoning, and may we grasp how vital to our lives is teshuvah, the path of return. On this night of forgiveness, we confess our wrongs and take account of sins, failures of judgment, weakness of will. The hour is late, our need to be forgiven profound. Our God and God of all generations, may our prayers reach your presence, and when we turn to you, do not be indifferent. Adonai, we are arrogant and stubborn, claiming to be blameless and free of sin. In truth, we have stumbled and strayed. We have done wrong. Together, we confess. Together, we take responsibility.
Ay, 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 Ashamnu, Bagadnu, Gazalnu, Dibarnu Dofi, ay, ay, Shanu, Zanu, צעדנו,
צעדנו,
חמסנו,
חמסנו,
טפלנו שקט.
טפלנו שקט.
איי, 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 יעצנו רע,
יעצנו רע,
היזבנו,
היזבנו,
לצנו,
לצנו,
מרדנו,
מרדנו,
ניאצנו,
ניאצנו,
שררנו,
שררנו,
אבינו,
אבינו,
חשנו,
פשענו,
שררנו,
שררנו,
קישינו עורף.
קישינו עורף.
איי, 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 רשענו,
רשענו,
שיחתנו,
שיחתנו,
תיעבנו,
תיעבנו,
טעינו,
טעינו,
תיתנו.
We read responsively by couplet. We abused and abandoned. We acted without thinking.
We blamed ourselves when we failed. We boasted and belittled.
We coveted and corrupted. We coerced the weak to do our will.
We drove away those we loved with silence. We deceived and denied.
We enticed and enslaved. We exalted money and material goods.
We fouled air, sea, and land. We flattered and falsified.
We gravitated to those who gossip. We gave up our ideals and gave in to our impulses.
We hated and humiliated. We held grudges and refused to forgive.
We ignored and idolized. We insisted that we were right.
We judged others rashly and wrongly. We were jealous and unjust.
We killed. We were knowingly unkind. We kept to ourselves in the face of need.
We lacked commitment to causes we espoused. We were lazy and we lied.
We missed the mark and minimized our mistakes. We mocked what we did not understand.
We neglected those who depend on us. We were negative and narcissistic.
We overreached and overreacted, too often erupting in outbursts of anger.
We poisoned and polluted. We perverted truth for personal gain.
We quelled the voice of conscience within us. We quit too soon and quarreled too often.
We ridiculed and resented. We refused to accept help. We rationalized our failings and our flaws.
We spurned the wisdom of our tradition. We squabbled and scorned.
We talked too much or not enough. We traumatized our children with anger.
We issued ultimatums and made ugly threats. We uttered untruths and undermined with cynicism.
We were vain and vicious. We vilified foreigners and strangers.
We wasted time, strength, and talent. We wallowed in self-pity, wished but did not act.
We exploited and expropriated. We expected others to save the world.
We yearned too much for prizes and praise and failed to share fully in the joy of Zion reborn. For these sins, O God, we ask for forgiveness.
החטא שחטאנו לפניך באונס וברצון,
The ways we have wronged you under duress and by choice.
והחטא שחטאנו לפניך בזדון ובשגגה,
The harm we have caused in your world deliberately and by mistake.
החטא שחטאנו לפניך בגלוי ובסתר,
The ways we have wronged you openly and secretly.
והחטא שחטאנו לפניך ביודעים ובלא יודעים,
the harm we have caused in your world consciously and unconsciously,
על חטא שחטאנו לבניך בשנאת חינם,
the ways we have wronged you by hating without cause,
ועל חטא שחטאנו לבניך ברכילות,
the harm we have caused in your world through gossip and rumor,
על חטא שחטאנו לפניך בצרות עין,
the ways we have wronged you through a selfish or petty spirit,
ועל חטא שחטאנו לבניך באימוץ הלב,
the harm we have caused in your world by hardening our hearts.
ועל כולם אלו הסליחות, סלח לנו, מחל לנו, כפר לנו.
For all these failures of judgment and will, God of forgiveness, forgive us, pardon us, lead us to atonement.
ועל כולם אלו הסליחות, סלח לנו, מחל לנו, כפר לנו. ועל כולם אלו הסליחות, סלח לנו, מחל לנו, סלח לנו, מחל לנו, כפר לנו.
I asked myself, who's listening to these words of confession? Magnificent ear of the universe, are you my personal confidant, or am I just talking to myself? Then I got it. The question is a diversion to distract me from hearing who I really am. Page 134.
שמע קולנו, אדוני אלוהינו, חוס ורחם עלינו. שמע קולנו, אדוני אלוהינו, חוס ורחם עלינו. וקבל ברחמים וברצון את תפילתנו, כי השומע תפילות ותחנונים. אתה שמע קולנו, אדוני אלוהינו, חוס ורחם עלינו. שמע קולנו, אדוני אלוהינו, חוס ורחם עלינו.
We continue on page 136. Return now, Israel, to the one who forgives, for you have fallen because of your sin. Return as the shrill sound of the shofar that rises from the spiral of the ram's horn towards heaven. Take words with you and return to the eternal. I will be to Israel like dew, they shall blossom like the lily. Return as the leaves in spring, renewed and beautiful. Stretch out your arms to God and return, like a child to her mother, to love and peace.
Adonai, Adonai, el rachum v'chanun, erech apayim, v'rach chesed v'yemet, נוצר חסד לאלפים, נושא עוון ופשע וחטא ונקה.
Walk with me into the woods. Leave the edge of the forest behind. Come deep into the green until the shafts of sunlight are lost. Feel the stillness of the center. Walk with me to the top of the hill. Leave the broad path behind. Up, up beyond where the trees grow. Hear the quiet of the heights. Walk me into this new year, into its demands, into its joys, into the clamor of its unfolding. Walk alone, each of us on our own right path, with the echoes of the blasts of the shofar, with the stillness of the center, with the help of our God. Page 140. Avinu Malkeinu. Avinu Malkeinu, almighty and merciful, we come before you without pretense. Avinu Malkeinu, we are reaching toward you. Help us to find you. Avinu Malkeinu, strengthen us for the holy days that lie ahead. Avinu Malkeinu, be with us as we strive to heal ourselves and become whole. Avinu Malkeinu, help us to repair a broken world. Avinu Malkeinu, hasten for us the days of redemption. Please rise. Avinu Malkeinu, almighty and merciful, answer us with grace, for our deeds are wanting. Save us through acts of justice and love.
Avinu Malkeinu, chonenu vanenu. Avinu Malkeinu, chonenu vanenu, ki en banu masim. Aseh imanu tzedaka v'chesed. Aseh imanu tzedaka v'chesed v'hoshienu. Avinu Malkeinu, chonenu vanenu. Avinu Malkeinu, chonenu vanenu, ki en banu masim. Aseh imanu tzedaka v'chesed. Aseh imanu tzedaka v'chesed v'hoshienu. Tekiah gedolah.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova to all of you. Happy and a healthy year.